One of the beauties of spinal flow is that it's so effective at shifting the body, and specifically the nervous system, the brain, however you want to call it, your entire being, out of fight or flight into rest, digest, heal. And it does this by working at a subconscious level. So if during times of stress, blood flow to the executive part of the brain, the prefrontal cortex, is diminished. And that is why it's so hard to rationalize your way out of stress. It also tends to be why, even when you've expressed emotion, because that's one of the things that we're taught these days is actually feel our emotions. Stress has a tendency to how I like to think of it best is fry. It's like an overload in the circuitry of the midbrain, which is our emotional center. And so even if you're expressing your emotions, there's still an over amperage, so to speak, and that part of the brain is kind of fried and misfiring while stress is involved. So we've got a prefrontal cortex offline, a midbrain that's gridlocked, and then a lower brain, the survival brain, that's kind of running the whole show. Now, if the survival brain's the only thing that's online, then by all means, let's talk to it. And that's effectively what spinal flow does. And this is also one of the reasons why these sacral access points tend to be quite effective in achieving or resulting in massive transformation in just a few moments. So it's almost like we're working from the sacrum up to work through that lower brain, survival brain, get it quieted down, get it to actually shift over into the parasympathetic nervous system, into that rest, digest, heal pathway of the nervous system, and then move up from there to work through the midbrain. And essentially, as our physiology changes, the stress dissolves. That allows blood flow to return to the executive brain, and this just makes it so much easier to think clearly, so much easier to form coherent sentences, like so much easier to do all the things that 10 minutes ago felt impossible.